Welcome to Housing Circles, thoughtful expertise for evolving communities. Let's begin.
Welcome back. If you're living in a cooperative housing society in Maharashtra, you already know that navigating the bylaws can kind of feel like, well, trying to solve a giant jigsaw puzzle in the dark. But today, we're flipping the switch. In this explainer, we're going to transform the brand new Maharashtra Cooperative Society Amendment Rules of 2026 into your go-to everyday manual for community living. No dense legal jargon, no endlessly scrolling through government PDFs, just a crystal clear guide to exactly how your community is going to function, make decisions, and handle its cash from here on out. Let's get right into it. Now, all the vital info we're covering comes straight from the source, the official Maharashtra State Gazette, published on June 22nd, 2026. And listen, this isn't just a list of casual suggestions or some rough draft. These are the official, legally binding amendments to the 1961 rules. It is absolutely crucial to understand that this is the definitive legal framework every single cooperative housing society in the state legally has to follow going forward. Okay, let's dive right into this. We've taken this massive document and organized it into 6 logical stages for you: registration and fees, membership and transfers, society funds, calculating maintenance, management and meetings, and finally, recovering dues. So, starting at the very beginning of a society's life cycle, Section 1, registration and fees. The really crucial takeaway here is how these registration costs scale logically based on the exact size and type of the society. So for your standard tenant co-partnership society, if you have up to 25 units, the registration fee is just a flat 2,500 rupees. But watch how it bumps up as you grow. It goes to 5,000 rupees for 26 to 50 units, 7,500 for 51 to 250 units, and then it caps out at 10,000 rupees for those massive societies with over 250 units. It's a highly structured approach, really. It basically ensures that smaller buildings aren't getting crushed by the same hefty administrative fees as those giant skyscraper complexes. Oh, and notice that bit at the very bottom? There's a special provision for backward class societies or housing under the PMAA scheme. Their fee is kept at a super nominal 50 rupees, just to ensure complete accessibility. Moving right along to the human element. Section 2, membership rules and transfers. Now, the official gazette goes into some incredibly deep, complex legal weeds regarding what happens when a member passes away. But honestly, we can distill all of that into a very simple, practical checklist for families. Step 1, the legal heir actually has to apply for provisional membership and, this is key, submit an indemnity bond. Why? Because this completely protects the society from any future financial claims by other relatives. Makes sense, right? Step 2, the society is legally required to publish a notice in at least 2 local daily newspapers with wide circulation, publicly calling for any claims or objections to the transfer. And finally, step 3, if no valid objections pop up, the family registers a formal family arrangement deed, and the society officially transfers the shares. Boom. It's a very structured process designed top to bottom to prevent messy property disputes down the line. Now, what's really interesting about this next rule is this highly specific new mandate, the number 10. Under Rule 106C7, every single housing society is now legally mandated to collect a specific contribution for the Cooperative Education and Training Fund. And they set this rate exactly at 10 rupees per member every single month. And you know, this isn't just some arbitrary tax. This fund actually goes towards state-level training programs for society members, committee officers, and the staff. It's basically there to ensure that the people managing your community actually get formal training on how to do it effectively and, more importantly, legally. All right, let's talk about the long-term financial health of the community. Section 3, Society Funds Explained. According to Section 106C11, societies absolutely cannot just toss all their maintenance money into one giant bank account and hope for the best. No way. They are statutorily mandated to maintain very specific categories. We're talking the reserve fund, the sinking fund, a repair and maintenance fund, a totally separate major repair fund, the education and training fund we literally just talked about, an election fund, a welfare fund, and a corpus fund. Categorizing the money like this, neutrally and strictly by the book, safeguards the community's future for sure. I mean, it ensures that funds meant for a critical structural repair 5 years from now aren't accidentally blown on a cultural event this weekend. And for some of these funds, the government actually dictates the exact minimum amounts you have to put in. The sinking fund requires a minimum statutory contribution of 0.25%, and the repair and maintenance fund needs a minimum of 0.75%. But here is the absolute crucial details straight from the text. Those percentages, they're not based on your flat's current market value. Nope. They're calculated based on the original construction cost of each flat as certified by an architect way back when the building was first built. Which brings us to the most universally debated topic in any society. Section 4, calculating maintenance charges. We have all heard the classic society argument, right? Why on earth do I pay the exact same service charge as the person living in the massive penthouse? Well, Rule 106C-12 completely settles this by strictly defining the legal difference between equal splits and carpet area splits. Service charges, so things like paying the security staff, the elevator operators, or general admin expenses, those are split equally among all units, regardless of their size. The election fund and welfare fund, also equal splits. However, expenses like property tax, insurance premiums, and that major repair fund absolutely must legally be calculated proportionally based on the actual carpet area of your specific flat. It's a very precise legal formula designed to make billing transparent and totally impartial for everyone. Moving on to governance, Section 5, management and meetings. Finally, the 2026 rules have adapted to modern times. The law now officially recognizes hybrid and video conference participation for general body meetings. This is a real game changer. As long as the digital platform can properly record attendance, verify member identities, and save a digital record with the date and time, members can now legally attend, participate in all the discussions, and even vote in AGMs straight from their laptops or smartphones. So the really crucial point regarding these modernized meetings is the voting threshold, specifically the number 51. Under the new rules, major resolutions, and we're talking about massive steps here, like passing a resolution to select a developer for a building redevelopment project, those now require a 51% majority of the total members of the society. And importantly, those members legally attending via video conferencing, they count directly towards that 51% majority. Now, when it comes to everyday management, the managing committee actually has very strictly defined limits on what they can spend on repairs in a single financial year without having to call a special general body meeting. And it scales directly by society size. A small society of up to 25 members can spend up to 1 lakh rupees. 26 to 50 members goes up to 2 lakhs. 51 to 100 members is 3 lakhs, 101 to 1,000 members is 4 lakhs, and those massive societies with over 1,000 members can spend up to 5 lakh of rupees. Actually, to put it simply, anything beyond these strict limits legally requires formal approval from the entire general body. No workarounds. And finally, let's look at what happens when things go wrong. Section 6, recovering pending dues. When it comes to penalties for late payments, there is now a strict legal cap. While the general body absolutely still has the right to fix a penalty rate, the law now dictates that this penalty literally cannot exceed 12% simple interest per year on those pending dues, meaning societies cannot just arbitrarily charge 18 or 24% to punish a defaulting member. That 12% cap is legally binding across the board. But if a member still refuses to pay up, Section 154B-29 provides a very clear, impartial legal remedy for the society to recover its funds. We've taken the dense legal text and transformed it into a straightforward 1-2-3 process. Step 1. The society submits a specific application with a supernominal 100 rupee court fee to the registrar, along with certified proof of the dues. Step 2. The registrar verifies the claim and issues a formal notice to the defaulter within 15 days. Step 3. A hearing is held. If the defaulter doesn't show up or simply can't prove they paid, the registrar issues a formal recovery certificate, and that piece of paper grants the society the full legal power to recover exactly what it's owed. And that brings us to the end of our analysis. So, what does this all mean for you? Are you ready to actively shape your housing society's future using these new rules? Because understanding this legal gazette isn't just a job for committee members or lawyers. It is absolutely the first step to better, fairer, and much more transparent community living. The next time you look at your maintenance bill or log into your AGM, you're going to know exactly the framework that governs it all. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.
Thank you for watching. We trust this added value. Share and subscribe to remain updated, and let us know if there's a topic you'd like us to explore.